Okay, here we are. It's feature time. We've got Steve Knight off the pole with Matty Reid alongside. Mark Walsh and Tim McCubbin share the second row with Wayne Milburn and Rob Rankin on the third row. And we've got to start. Matty Reid uses his experience to sweep around the outside as we're coming through turn one. Looks like everyone's got through there pretty clean as we go down the back straight in a tight bunch. And oh, look, there's Wayne Milburn on the infield, back onto the track. And we've got a bit of a melee going on here. And it looks like Brett Lacey's just rolled over.
Well, this is a sort of a situation that we don't like to see. The Ampol car of Brett Lacey has been pretty badly damaged on top. They've had to take the wing off. There's a little bit of suspension damage to the front, but they think they can get the car going. They are working. We will try and get a word with Brett. We've also got poor old Brett Nayland, who's had a fabulous night up until now. He's won the B main. Now he's come out in the main event. Well, they're changing a tyre and hopefully they can get that together. The Pennzoil car over there is looking pretty good. They're just checking tyre pressures, but here we go. Mike Van Bremen looks like he's in the wars again. We'll try and get some words with some of the drivers and bring you up to date with who can get going and who can't. This is not the sort of start you want to a main event. Had a word with Mike at just about every meeting we've been to this year. Mike, doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I think we've got over right this time. We'll go from here, I think.
You really have been in the wars this year, and I said to you a bit earlier tonight, you know, sometimes you must stop and wonder why you keep doing this.
Must be something wrong with us, I think, for sure.
Well, I'm sure we're going to be out there, and at least it's good to see that there's not a lot of damage this time.
Yeah, well, so far so good. We'll just try and keep it clean and straight.
Thanks, Mike. Not the sort of thing we thought we'd see you do tonight in the main event to fall over, mate.
No, well, we were helped. Yeah. A couple of the guys got tangled in front of me and left me no place to go, and I just snagged them and just turned it over.
It looks like you got the worst of the damage, Brett. Can they get the car back and running for you?
Well, they're trying.
Okay, do you have a time limit that you've got to get it back together, or what's the situation?
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what the exact time limit is these days, but there is a time limit. I think it's about 4 or 5 minutes or something like that from the time the yellow light comes on, so it's worth having a go at.
The Ampol car with its new aluminium engine had certainly been running well tonight. It'd be a bit of a shame if he couldn't get back out there, but I'm sure Brett Lacey's team will give it their best shot.
Well, here we go. We've got a complete restart, pretty much the same order as before. A few guys have moved to the back of the pack, but that's the rules.
Let's have a look where Brett Lacey ended up, because Brett was having a little bit of trouble getting it all together, but they're headed for the start line. They're on their first lap, and Brett Lacey's made it back into the field.
Yeah, Matty Reid's leading away once again, as he did in the first start, followed by Steve Knight, and Chris Ackland's moved up quickly into third place there.
It's been fantastic watching Steve Knight's progress this year. He has really come from sort of being almost a rookie to being a fairly class act around the field.
Well, there's no doubt he is a rookie. This is his first season of any sort of speedway racing, but yeah, he's doing a good job.
I tell you what, we've got Rob Richardson here at the moment, still leads this series. After 5 rounds, we have Rob still in front. Sitting here watching the guys go around with round 8 and only a few rounds to go, how do you feel?
Oh, well, I figure it's just racing, and I'm just real happy that I can come along and keep watching and keep partaking in this fine sport. And our lead will probably be gone next week, but that's just the fortunes of racing, and if you can't accept that, then you shouldn't be playing the game.
It's got to be a bit disappointing for you, Rob, with your wedding coming up next week. If you had won this series, it was a $2,500 paycheck. Would have made a nice honeymoon present, wouldn't it?
Yeah, nice honeymoon present, or next season's race tyres.
I tell you what would have been better if he had gone, had to finish the thing at Warrnambool where he was. He would have picked up $10,000, which would have been a real nice honeymoon present, and they would have been married already by now.
Well, that's true, and they wouldn't have had those hospital bills either, but never mind. Matty Reid still out front there, and young Chris Ackland, another guy from down Warrnambool way, trying his hardest to get around the lead, but Matty's doing a good job keeping it straight and keeping down the pole line. A little bit sideways there, but he's doing a good job anyway.
Yeah, he certainly is, and he's everybody else has got to catch him, but we see we've got a little bit of pressure there from young Chris Ackland, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's certainly Chris.
Chris is doing a great job there, and here we have our little good friend, the 43 car of Gary Chippendale, heading towards the infield again.
And back in the pack there, this is the dice for third place. We've got Steve Knight, Robbie Rankin and didn't pick up the other car there as Chris Ackland's just pushed his way through on Matty Reid, but leaned on him a bit there, rubbed some wheels and nerf bars, and but he's in the front and that's all he cares about right now.
We've got Robin Dawkins working his way through the field too, and I think if I was one of those front guys, even Chris Ackland, the guy I'd be worried about is just about 4 cars back, and that's Robin Dawkins from Tasmania, and he's starting to push his way up into the lead as well.
Well, Chris wouldn't be worried about anyone right now because he won this race here last week and he's chock full of confidence, and I reckon he thinks he's going to do it again tonight.
One of the nice things about Chris Ackland last week when he did win the race, it was his first ever feature win.
That's right. Chris has only been racing 4 years and they haven't even been 4 full years because he's had many mechanical problems and crashes, but he's a good charger and well worth watching.
We've got someone like Robin Dawkins behind you. You've got also Brett Lacey working his way back through the field there. What sort of things go through your mind, Rob, when you're out in front like this and you've got these sort of guys following you?
Well, personally, when I'm running out there with my little motor, I'm thinking, oh, well, it's only a matter of time before these guys come through, and I hope that they're having a bit of trouble coming through the traffic. But Chris isn't faced with that problem. He's got a pretty good setup there and a pretty good engine, and he's also got plenty of confidence, so he'll be thinking, well, let's just look for that checkered flag.
Well, the car that's going to be very shortly wearing that Karcher sticker, being sponsored by Karcher for the Easter Trail coming up in just a few weeks, and it's great to see that someone like Chris's efforts into Speedway have been recognised.
Yeah, that was a lucky deal. Chris was running the car at Nora and one of the Karcher representatives just happened to be there and was very impressed with Chris's driving, and we've been able to put together a little deal to help him out.
Fantastic to see. Matty Reid still in second place, and Robin Dawkins is following Matty Reid, and a little bit more push as we go along. I think we're going to find that Robin Dawkins is going to work his way up to get up behind Chris Ackland.
Yeah, actually, I think it's still Robbie Rankin there in third place, I believe, but we've got the yellows on. Something's happened. Let's have a look.
Yeah, here we go. Your very good friend Brett Squires has decided I'm not going any further. I think I might just stop here and wait for the race to finish.
Well, that's it. You can't do much more than that. But there's another problem for Chris. The top wings just dropped down over him. He could race like that. He can still see where he's going, but I think he's been black flagged for some other reason.
Being pulled down more forward, more towards the front of the car too, more forward. How crazy is this guy getting? Here we go. Robin Dawkins out in front, and he's decided that he wants a little share of this lead and the points in the SRA Hoosier Series.
Yeah, Robin was very lucky there while they were running around under the caution. Matty Reid's engine coughed and Robbie Rankin's motor dropped a cylinder, which left Robin Dawkins in the lead.
Here we go. We've got a couple of cars on the infield now, but Robin Dawkins looking the class act right now, and the boys are running after him. Here's Brett Lacey working his way through the field, and that looks like Brett in second place, and we've got David Hetherington in the Pennzoil car also having a very good run this evening.
Yeah, David Hetherington. There's Barry Caldwell. I think he's just clouded the fence and having a bit of a handful getting it off the track there, but he's safely out of the way now.
I'm not going to win tonight, but I may as well do a few turns just to see that, or let everybody have a look and get on television.
That's it, exactly right.
Makes the sponsors happy if we at least get our name on television. And they push the car off the track, but Robin Dawkins still running very strongly out in front. We must be getting down towards the end of it right now.
Yeah, Robin's still out front there, and I think Steve Knight has dropped back a little bit, but with the other guys dropping out, he's still there in second place. And look at the smoke coming off those tyres. That track must be going a bit hard right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. And we're now into the final lap, I would think, at this particular stage. We're not in the final lap. We've got a couple of laps to go. But Robin Dawkins very much got his name planted on the trophy for tonight. The Triple Challenge down here at Avalon Raceway. Robin Dawkins works his way around up the back straight. And here we have Brett Nayland, who's also having a pretty good run tonight.
Yeah, Brett's having a good run there. The car, he likes it a little bit tight in the setup, but when he's on the gas, he's worth watching. Yeah,
a good up-and-coming young fella that's ran every round of the series, as well as Warrnambool for the classic down there. Done a sensational job, has Brett Nayland.
Yeah, Brett's car is actually owned by Rob Richardson's brother, Rick.
Yeah, well, here we go. The final lap coming around. Robin Dawkins, well and truly with this race in hand. Robin Dawkins crosses the line. Steve Knight and Roy Wright are the way they finished. Robin Dawkins, tonight the Coca-Cola Cup was all yours. You started off, you went out, won your first heat, and sort of from there it just got better for you, didn't it?
Yeah, the night went pretty good for us, and luck went our way in the final, which was good. We haven't had any for a long time, so hopefully it's a sign of things to come.
Rob, we had Brett Lacey looking pretty strong out there with his aluminium engine in the car, and everything was looking pretty good for him as well, but the cards really fell your way, didn't they? It's a funny game.
Yeah, as I said, luck did go our way and went against Brett. He was fast, and he was right through there in the start, but you've got to be there at the finish.
I bet you Robin Best is happy to see you over here from rather than being in Tasmania taking all his money.
Yeah, that's true.
Mate, you're here for the rest of the season now?
Yeah, we've been here all season, done all the World Series rounds and Australian title and Warrnambool Classic and such, and we'll be back here in 2 weeks' time, I guess, and
Yes.
to Nyora the next week, and then we've got the Easter Trail that we'll be here for all those too. And I think you might probably see 3 more Tasmanian cars here for the Easter Trail.
There's one thing I like about Tasmania is they're all aggressive and they all race extremely well, so it'll be good to have you all over here.
Yeah, it's great to come here.
Thanks very much for being here and congratulations on the night, Robin.
Thank you.